He came up with the poker freeze-out, won the world championship in 1973, made his living as a roving gambler, and became a legend of the game. The man with the pug nose, Puggy Pearson, today on High Roller Radio. Raised in Tennessee, Walter Clyde Pearson honed his poker-playing abilities while serving in the Navy, and once out, hit the private cash game circuit with a force. In the early 1950s, he came up with the idea of a tournament freeze-out, something he believed would help increase action in the cash games. He shared that idea with fellow legend Nick the Greek Dandelos, who years later brought it to Benny Binion. And in 1970, the World Series of Poker was born. Nicknamed Puggy for his pug nose, the result of a childhood accident, he went on to capture WSOP glory. 4 bracelets in all. The first coming in 1971, the 10K limit 7-card stud event. His other 3, 2 years later, 1973, when he won the 1K No Limit Hold'em, the 4K Limit 7-card stud, and of course the 10K World Championship. In that main event, he beat Johnny Moss heads up when his Ace-7 bested Johnny's King-Jack. Moss, of course, a 3-time world champ himself. Puggy Pearson owned a bus he named the Rovin Gambler, and on the side of that bus in big letters were his name and this quote: "I'll play any man from any land, any game he can name, for any amount he can count." And then below that, in very fine print, it said, quote, "provided I like it." Now there is a true gambler. Here's a fun fact. Mike Sexton, famous poker player and WPT commentator, Hall of Famer as well, he wrote a song about Puggy Pearson called Puggy Pearson, King of the Gambling World. It tells the amazing story of Pearson's life, his rise from the hills of Tennessee to poker superstardom, and of course, the Hall of Fame. One line from the song reads, quote, "He is a gambler's best friend." And did you know, Doyle Brunson was asked once if he had to stake one putt for his life on the golf course, who would he choose to make that putt? Nicklaus, Palmer, Tiger Woods maybe? No, Puggy Pearson. "He's the greatest pressure putter I've ever seen," Brunson said. And you just know those two had some interesting gambling conversations at the 19th hole. Puggy Pearson, the Rovin Gambler, today on High Roller Radio.